This is Amina, your survival guide in the age of Aquarius. This reading is for the weekend, so the 7th and 8th and 9th, and it's marked Aquarius, but it's for the collective because everybody has Aquarius in their chart. So keep that in mind. This energy will affect you one way or another. So keep that in mind. I want to thank everybody and their wonderful comments and their infinite gratitude to those of you that have had readings done. It was amazing to help you, and I'm very humble about the ability to help guide you all forward to the future. And a lot of us are planning our futures, aren't we? Many of us trying to plan our futures out. Anyway, it's funny because I just looked over and my deck, the star deck, had slid out almost like stairs almost, but it slid out in a fashion that it was like a ramp. So a slow, steady upward climb is the energy I'm getting from that. Everything happens for a reason, including card sliding. Anyway, this channel is about healing. That is the main objective. Healing from past trauma, healing ourselves, and healing the planet. I can't think of anything grander. And the divine tells me that this little key right here, 528 hertz DNA repair, they tell me that that is our key. Key to the future. The key of me, the key of miracles. And let me tell you, I've been seeing some miracles happening using this key. Not only with myself, but interestingly, my pets. Healing some of their past trauma from when they were babies. It's very interesting to watch. Anyway, this key, 528 hertz, the divine tells me, is how we fix ourselves and the planet. It is the key. It's the key that launches it all. And there's wonderful side benefits besides this DNA repair. Your DNA is an antenna to the divine. Your antennas are broken. You're disconnected from your heart chakras. There's this toroidal field that happens between the left and right brain and the heart. Because there is a heart brain, believe it or not. Look up Heart Math Institute. There's research proving it. Anyway, that field is not working. It's messed up. Trauma. Sometimes much of it's self-inflicted, self-sabotage behavior. A lot of that going on, unfortunately. We can be our own worst enemies after all. Yeah. Okay. This key, 528 hertz. It increases oxytocin, which is a chemical in your body that makes you feel good. Everything's cool, everything's fine. And then, excuse me, it also increases testosterone in the brain. Why does that matter? Because that relieves anxiety. Many of you are extremely stressed and suffering from panic attacks, anxiety, etc. From trauma. Many of you have been in psychopathic, sociopathic, narcissistic relationships, and you're trying to heal from that. I've had to heal from that myself. Many of us are raised in families just full of them. Just full of them. And we're learning how to overcome. Okay? Learning how to overcome this, overcome the trauma. overcome the gaslighting. We've all been victim to it or perpetrated it. Sometimes both. Most of the time it's both, actually. That's what I just heard. So, recovering from that and learning to walk in Dharma and no longer building up new karma. The other thing cool about this key, 528 hertz, is it lowers cortisol in your system. That's the chemical that's released because of stress. That's making everybody pack on the pounds. Okay. Then we have the lowered chronogranian A. That this frequency has the ability to achieve. What is chronogranian A? Chronogranian A is a marker in your saliva. It's brought on in the saliva due to high stress. It's a marker that they look at in the saliva for particular types of cancer. Also, any extreme stress on the body, including autoimmune disorders, can make it show up in your saliva. This lowers chronogranian A. It is a miracle key, after all, and you can expect miracles if you use it regularly. Let's call it religiously. Okay? In the playlist on this channel, it's called the Marian Method. The Divine showed me precisely exactly what to do with this key. It's what the Egyptians knew, and it's what Tesla knew. And several others doing a lot of research, like the Monroe Institute. So, yeah. And I just had a strange noise just in front of me, and I don't know if that came from my cat or not. It was very odd. Anyway, I digress. So, yeah, 528 hertz. They tell me there's 144,000 that are going to get this key, and they're going to achieve the goal of repairing themselves. Body, mind, and spirit, because that literally is what this key does. Not only does it heal them, but it heals all the waters around them. Anyway, like I said, playlist here on my channel, the Marian Method. That describes what you do with this key. Alrighty? And in the description box below, there is a link to Sacred Waves where you can obtain an extremely high quality, US made, aluminum tuning fork. It needs to be aluminum. So the Divine tells me. You want to know why? It's in the numbers. If you guys haven't figured it out yet, this place is completely made of frequency waves. That's light and sound, and it's all in the numbers. Tesla knew this, I know this, and you all will know this too before everything's said and done. Anyway, 144,000 are going to be singing a new song in the key of 528 hertz. Before the throne, that's before the heavens. Before the sky. Before the air. They tell me we need to get this in the air and in the water. Yeah. And what they mean by getting it in the water, it's not just the water on the planet, but the water inside of you. Remember, the moon affects our bodies. It pulls at the oceans, the tides. And we got to get this key in the water. She agrees. That's Artemis. She says, uh-oh. She wants me to let her out. Hold on just a moment. Okay. So, where was I? Link is in the description to Sacred Waves. It benefits this channel if you use that link. It will not cost you any more than it would if you just went there directly. It helps support my mission to help get 144,000 healed souls using this frequency. It's important. Like, really important. Like, save the planet kind of important. Yeah. Creating a new reality. Anyway, so that's what my channel is about. I do readings, guidance to help keep you all healed and in Dharma. Walking in Dharma. I'm walking in balance. Walking that graceful dance on a tightrope. Because it's not easy. People are trying to pull us off our tightrope. And we're trying to remain balanced and not draw in any new karma. Yep. So, before I start the reading, I always want you all to I want you to feel relaxed and like you're here. And that's the only thing that matters right now. It's your de-stressor time. It's, you could use it as a after or precursor to meditation or to the Marian method, going in and having that fine salt bath that's going to retune your entire body. Like I said, mind, body, and spirit, quite literally. And you're going to be applying this amazing tuning fork, this amazing frequency on your forehead. Just like they say, with that mark on your forehead, right? 144,000 with the mark of 528 hertz on them. Anyway, so again, tons of gratitude to all the new subscribers, all the people that have been here with me, all of you that have made that commitment to be one of the 144,000. It's not an easy path to walk. It's lonely. We're spread out all over the world, and there's a reason. Because they need this frequency spread out along the entire planet. Okay? So, I know it's lonely because there won't be anybody like you very near you, or very unlikely. Okay? And I understand what that means for you. I totally understand it because that's what it means for me. Some of you may be walking in pairs. What do I mean by that? Twin flames, partnerships that are doing this very thing together. And actually, I quite advise it. If you do have somebody, if you can do it alone though too. Okay? And think about this. Quite frankly, you're never really alone. Never. Remember, our eyes only perceive part of the wavelengths of light here. Some of us are gifted with the ability to see wavelengths that the average everyday human cannot see. So those of us that can know that there's interdimensional wildlife all around us, all the time, including our guides, ancestral energy. Everything's energy. Just remember that. Everything. Okay? Anyway, so you're never truly alone. All right? And if you come here and talk in the comments and stuff, and I'm going to be bringing people together as much as I can. I'm working on several projects in the background on ways that we can communicate with each other and enjoy the company of other healed souls that are on a mission to heal the planet. Okay? Anyway, while you're here, even if you're not one of the 144, that's okay. You can benefit from this too. Okay? So glad to have you along, regardless, whether you're one of us or not. You'll know deep inside you, something will tell you, oh, I found the one I was looking for with the answers we were looking for. I hope that I'm providing that direct connect to the divine ever since I was born. I literally remember before I was born. Okay? I remember coming through the being put into a biosuit while still inside my mother. I remember it. There's a lot of things that I've had happen over my lifetime that will, for some of you, be shocking. Others, you'll go, yep, I had that happen too. You guys, some of you will totally get it. Others will not. That's okay too. Okay? Anyway, lots of gratitude to those supporting the channel, including the partnerships I have with Sacred Waves, GQ Electronics, and Eldragonfly Barcelona. Anyway, I'm also working on some other partnerships at this very moment, actually. So anything that benefits healing you all and furthering this mission to get 144,000, that's who I'm partnering with. Anybody who's in that frame of mind. Okay? So, and they're not doing it for glory or grandeur. They're doing it because they truly want to help the planet. They feel like it's their mission. It's the most important mission you can have bestowed upon you, and you have to be humble about it. Anyway, so I want you to take in a nice deep breath of this frequency before we do the reading and talk about the planets and where they're at and all that, okay? Nice deep breath in of this frequency, this heart chakra, reconnecting, okay? Repairing our DNA and all the other amazing benefits that this has. And then you're going to breathe out any toxic anxiety, any toxic energy out of your body. And let your muscles get all nice and loose. And just really be right here, right now. Nothing else on the planet matters right now. Okay? Here we go. 528 hertz. Moving my mic so I can see it. For the win. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Very nice. Kind of relax. Get ready to suck in some more of that amazing frequency. Here we go. Very good. One more time. Here we go. Push all that anxiety, all the toxicity, negative energy, all that cortisol and chronogranulin A out of your system. We don't need it anymore. Not here. Right here, right now, is like floating in space. Just think of it that way. And you're just going to take in all the energy, okay? All right. This journey is amazing, and it's just getting started. We have a hell of a party to attend when it's all done. I can't wait. Okay, let's talk about these planets. Over the weekend, we have the moon cruising through Pisces, Vedic or tropically, Aquarius, Vedically. Okay. We also have the nodes sitting teetered at the 0 point between Scorpio and Libra and Aries and Taurus. South node's over between Scorpio and Libra. Okay. That south node is your past. The north node's teetering between Aries and Taurus. That is your future. That's what we're looking for. And not only is it sitting at 0 degrees in Taurus, but we have that expansion energy of Jupiter in Taurus and Uranus, the rebel, in Taurus. Expansion and big shakeup energy. Okay? So that energy is, that can mean hurricanes, earthquakes. Just think expansive, shocking energy. Volcanoes. So that's on the macrocosm. All right? But on the micro, and I'm calling our current incarnation the micro, not super micro, but micro, especially when you compare it to the stars, right? Anyway, that expansive rebellion energy on Earth energy. So on Gaia, because it's on Taurus. Okay. So keep that in mind. We also have Pluto retrograde, teetering between Aquarius and Capricorn. Currently actually in Capricorn, but at that critical 29th degree. And then, Saturn's retrograde and Neptune are retrograde in Pisces. Keep in mind, this is all tropical I'm talking about. And the moon's cruising through there, having a grand conjunction with Neptune, retrograde. Oh, Pisces. Everybody has Pisces in their chart. The more of it in your chart, or if you're a Pisces sun or rising, the more that you'll have an impact from that. And it's the thing that's good is Pluto's got his back turned right now. And so does Saturn, the timekeeper. Okay? Chronos. So that's the good part of it. But whenever the moon goes through your sign, that can be very much a reflective energy. So the fact that it's meeting up with Pluto or Neptune retrograde over there in Pisces, that can be kind of adding an extra oomph to the watery energy. That's a lot of water happening over in Pisces. And Kronos is feeling like they're drowning in it. Remember, Kronos, Saturn, is the ancient ruler of Aquarius and Capricorn. Okay? So he's not super used to being in the water. Okay? Luckily, he's got his back turned. Luckily for all of us. Anyway, keep that in mind. We have the sun at 16 degrees in Cancer. And so, happy birthday to Cancer. Happy birthday, Vedically, to Gemini. So if you're a Cancer born over this weekend, Vedically you're a Gemini. Okay. So those readings could apply to you. Any of the readings. You could watch all 12 zodiac readings and something in it would pertain to you. That's just the way it is. We're all connected to each other. Okay. The moon. The moon. Oh, yeah, they just reminded me. That's right. We have Chiron in Aries and Venus in Leo, along with Black Moon Lilith and Mars. Mars is at 28 degrees. He's heading out. He's heading into Virgo. Okay? But not Venus. She's going to be going retrograde and backing up in Leo. And Chiron is going to retrograde at the exact same day over in Aries. That's fire energy, with 2 going retrograde in fire. The Wounded Warrior and Venus. That's our divine feminine side. And the fact that she's backing up to Black Moon Lilith, the 23rd, mark your calendars, okay? Just observe and remember the energy can start happening a few days before, okay? Yeah. The moon in Pisces, Vedically Aquarius. What do you need to know about that? Where Aquarius rules the calf, ankle, shin, and Achilles. Interesting because my heel started hurting today out of the blue and it stopped almost as suddenly as it came. Interesting. Anyway, calf, ankle, shin, and Achilles. Okay. Pisces is your feet, toes, and your pineal gland. Okay. So over the weekend is a good time for meditation, astral travel, and anything of that nature. Okay. Communing with the divine. Great time for that. So keep that in mind. We are also, because we got past that full moon from July 4th through, I believe it was 16th or 17th. Let me look. 16th. Through the 16th is a good time for procedures and surgeries, etc., dental work, you name it. I highly recommend having a moon chart so that you can plan those things around the moon. Never during a new moon or a full moon unless it's a dire emergency. Okay? And it's healing. You can have them during the waxing. It's just healing's going to be slower. Okay? All right. The energy I'm picking up. It's something observed in the sky. And I have a feeling we have a major King of Swords coming in, a King of Air. So I don't know if this is an asteroid or a comet. I haven't even looked at news or anything with astrology. Haven't looked at the Webb telescope or any of that stuff. I have no idea. This is just what they're telling me. There's something coming in, and it's going to be observed in the sky and get people's attention. That's macrocosm, the energy I'm picking up. The microcosm. There's something that a lot of you are going to be learning about and taking a closer look, examining why something worked out the way it did. Generally with contracts, could be any kind of contracts, which are AKA soul contracts, marriages, okay, of any kind. Any kind of thing where you have joined forces with somebody else in some way or fashion. Okay. And looking at the fine details and how it grew to such a massive wreck. The fire energy is, well, remember, everybody's got this in their charts. Fire energy. Everybody. Because everybody has Aries, Leo, Sag. It's just to what degree and in what house, right? So keep that in mind. But it's something where it like goes from something small and gets really big. Okay. And learning why that happened, turning it into knowledge and part of your life path and learning from it. Okay. Basically, that's what I'm getting. All right. Now to the reading. We have 35. Breaks down to an 8 for numerology buffs. I'm one too. Breaks down to an 8. And we have education. Education. It's interesting because it's like not just with the Sabian symbols, but both these cards show 3. A bird. Okay. Then we have a little small winged creature and a human. So that really stood out to me because that energy kind of shows up in the Sabian symbols too. And it's like your astral interdimensional teams are trying to help educate you. Okay. So some of you that over the weekend are going to be communing with them. All right. Some of you, maybe birds are a big thing, or fays, or sprites, or butterflies, right? Or lightning bugs, things like that. But it feels like I'm still getting that energy of like an asteroid or a comet coming in, even with these cards. So, yeah, heads up. Enjoy the night sky if it's not storming where you're at. Use your discretion. Okay. Education. And my bookmark for that was Queen of Pentacles. Okay. I'm going to kind of put her off to the side here. Learning about your worth, your value, what you bring to the table. Okay. They're trying to teach you that. Have you learned that lesson yet? You're worth more than gold, so they tell me. Yeah. Very valuable. Absolutely. Life is filled with lessons. Be teachable. Wisdom comes from participating in life, not just reading about it. This card suggests that you might not have enough knowledge about what you seek, the direction to take, your circumstances, or the nature of your inquiry. Important information is coming. Now is time to go to school. Ask a person who might know more than you do, or find a teacher or a course of study so that you can more clearly understand what the next right action must be. Let me emphasize right action. Doing no harm. Okay? Walking in Dharma. That's when you're doing right action. Not being sneaky, not being underhanded, not being narcissistic, sociopathic, doing things for the right reasons. Okay? Keep that in mind. Sometimes life unexpectedly sends you to an unfamiliar school, and you must learn by experience. Now is a time to be teachable, open to changing your preconceived notions. Be a student and be willing to state the most powerful mantra of all: I don't know yet. For some that need to hear this in the reverse, stubbornness and the desire to know it all and be right no matter what will not get you what you want. Or could it be that you're afraid to be seen as someone who knows less than you're supposed to? Could you be flying through life by the seat of your pants, hoping that no one will notice you're skimming the surface of things? Life is filled with lessons, some bitter, some sweet. A strident lust for certainty will never bring you the wisdom you seek. Pretending to know more than you do won't make you wise. Be assured that not knowing is a magical place to be. All manner of mysteries are revealed. Be open. It's okay not to know. Okay. And then we have the Death card. These cards are so similar in so many ways that you can't help but feel the mirroring energy from that. Okay. The bookmark they gave me for that, interesting. This one came out upright. It's page of wands. That one is somebody that is a game player, strategy, right? Then we had the Two of Swords and the King of Swords. So, King of Swords is a specialist, okay? A tactician, all right? But they're feeling blocked in some way. There's some sort of ending coming, all right? And you'll learn from this experience, whatever this ending is. And you need to remember your value, okay? And what you place value on, okay? So here we go. The Death card, 13, breaks down to a 4. Great change and transformation. Death represents change and letting go, but also transformation, renewal, and the promise of rebirth. There is no death without some sort of rebirth. The Death key's number is 13, thought by some to be an unlucky number, but I prefer to think of it as a challenging number and one of transformation and resurrection. I personally see it as a lucky number. When some view this card, they think immediately of a physical death. In the tarot, the Death card can symbolize the death of one's ego, the ending of a project, relationship, pattern, or some emotional or physical experience. So it's an ending, okay? Like I said, and it feels like partnerships, contracts, an end. A part of you or something in your life is dying. Change is at hand and it's out of your control. It is impending. Resistance brings fear and dread, not wanting to feel the pain and sadness. Strangely, the Death key is your ally, reminding you of the ever-changing cycles of life. The experience of death and rebirth are constantly occurring around us, transforming the present into new days, seasons, lives, and paths. Death brings completion and the opportunity to restart and renewal. The Death key promises if you release what you are clinging so dearly to, it will transform the dark unknowing into the light of a bigger picture and perspective. As a cycle in your life comes to an end, The seed of something else is in the offering. Death of any sort is a fearful experience. Shamanic initiation ritual takes one into a trial death experience, tricking the ego into thinking it has died a physical death, and then taking it back through the portal of rebirth into the world. When you go through your own cycle of death and rebirth, it raises your awareness to a higher understanding of your life purpose. It is a sobering experience and never easy, thus the reason you fear it. The death key usually brings some of the greatest transformations and changes into your life. It brings you to your knees and eliminates what is false and isn't working. It shifts you from stagnation. It takes you through the dark portal of unknowing into the light, bringing new opportunity, deeper spiritual understanding, and gratitude for life. The death key wants you to confront what you resist. You may be reluctant to let go, but it only creates more pain with no completion or healing and no opportunity for rebirth. Death assists you in releasing your demons. When times are difficult, it wants you to trust in the divine. Your faith in the divine and the love in your heart will pull you through the darkness. Every moment is a new experience if you are open to it. Acceptance is key in releasing fear and pain. If your heart does not resist, your spirit will be filled with the grace of divine light, and you will come back from the darkness renewed like the first breath of spring. The death key represents challenging changes in your life. Your remembrance of the death key experience will leave an impression on your heart and soul. As the waves of healing love and time slowly soothe the pain of the dark void within, your life can shift to embrace all, the light and the dark, and in your soul you will know you are richer for it. The symbolism of the death image. I'll move these cards so you can see all of that card. In Egyptian mythology, Nut is the star goddess of infinite space. She swallows the sun each evening, spreading her starry blanket of boundless possibilities, rebirthing it the next morning. The golden stars above her body represent limitless possibilities and choices. She is the great mother who guards life and then takes it back. 3 suns in her belly represent life, death, and rebirth. The first sun is the setting sun, which she takes into the darkness of her belly, death. The second sun is the seed of new life, gestating, which is then birthed into a new day, a rebirth. The third sun, Nuet, carries a star portal with the phoenix. The golden phoenix represents rebirth out of its own ashes of death. Rising from the ashes, the transformative phoenix represents rebirth and vision. As legend has it, the phoenix burns itself, which is its old ways, only to resurrect again, bringing a golden egg as a promise of the continual cycle of the death and rebirth process. The figure of death stands at the porch of the portal. Death itself has no face. There is a silent, dark, quiet, empty void when something dies in you. It is a place one has to accept and enter. Death wears the gray robe of wisdom that is clasped with the white rose of purity, truth, and desire. The spiral represents the continual cycle of life, death, and rebirth. Death holds the golden egg of rebirth from the phoenix in its skeleton hand, representing new life awaiting. The butterfly flies into the dark empty space to transform the dark void into light. The astrological aspect is Scorpio. Powerful and intense, Scorpio feels at a very deep levels, challenging one to dig deep and find personal truth. Thus, to forge ahead with a brave heart when facing difficult life changes. Other symbols associated with Scorpio are the eagle, symbolizing spirit, the snake, representing regeneration. Scorpio's key words are I desire. Also, Scorpio happens to be Gabriel. For anybody who didn't know, aka Enlil, aka a lot of other names. Anyway, yeah, I've done my homework for a lot of years. Anyway, so we have this transformation. This is an educational process of you learning your value and what you hold value in. And it definitely will have you looking. No, we have Aquarius, we have Scorpio, we have Capricorn, we have any air sign pretty much, and fire signs. Okay, so that's who's included here. Also with that Queen of Pentacles, any earth sign could possibly be that, but I see her as Capricorn particularly. But could be Virgo for some of you. Yeah. The strategy, it feels like an exit plan. So some of you are quite literally planning your funerals in the future. So some of the older crowd may be doing that, signing wills and things like that. Some of you are just ending contracts in general, marriages, things of that nature. So keep that in mind. But the big thing is what you hold value in. To me, that's the lesson here. What's valuable to you, right? Keep in mind, the only thing really worth anything around here is love. And that includes loving yourself. Queen of Pentacles definitely knows how to do that. Okay? Nurturing self. All right. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I can't wait for the next readings and some of the other things I have planned. I can't wait to unleash it all. I'm having to take baby steps because not being able to operate out of my office and having to work with others' schedules and things like that make it difficult to work. And plus, the daily life grind of, taking care of ourselves and our houses, right? Anyway, it's not always easy. And I totally get it. I get what you guys are going through right now. A lot of change, a lot of future plans. You need to get excited because the future is going to be amazing. Yeah. So get excited about that. No matter how, and remember, no matter how bad things get, there's always something you can be grateful for. Always. Okay? And if you can't think of one thing, they're going to send you, Saturn and all them, they're going to send you back to school again, trust. And you don't want another round on that wheel. Nope, nope, double nope. Okay? Anyway, deep breath, relax, and just remember, yeah, this is a program running, quite literally. We just happen to be in the program. Okay? Anyway, take care. Until next time.